guys, so I've come on today just to do a quick video on discernment. So I'm going to give you a few tips that I use myself on how to discern if people are being authentic. And I'll give you a few tips here just in point form to make it easy. So the first thing I look for if I listen to someone and I really like the content of what they're delivering is I ask myself, how long have they been doing this? Because if they've just come on the scene round about 2019 onward, when the whole COVID thing really kicked in, I question it because a lot of people have been recruited during this time to give out disinformation. So that's the number one. Now I'm going to give you a few pointers, but it's not to say that somebody that might have one of these is, lying or whatever, but these are just things that I look for. Number two, were they born with this ability of whatever it is they've got, whether it's channeling or, being psychic or clairvoyant, clairaudient, whatever it was? Were they born with that, or did they just all of a sudden have some kind of awakening and it sparked in? So that's a bit of an alarm bell to me, because most people that have these authentic gifts were born with them. And the whole Kundalini awakening thing is a bit of an alarm for me as well, because I've come to ponder on the thought that the whole Kundalini, the chakra system, pineal gland thing could be an overlay. It could be synthetic. So if people are saying they've had a Kundalini awakening and all of a sudden they're seeing all these things, alarm bell number two. Alarm bell number three, are they working with someone else? Because sometimes these people have handlers and they're told what to say. It's scripted. Now this is actually an example of a friend of mine that went to see Barbara Marciniak. I used to love her, and I've got her books and things like that. And I was so disappointed when this friend told me this, but she went to see her. And there was a guy at the back of the room telling her what to say. She had an earpiece in. So guys, these are the kind of things we have to look for, because we're being deceived on many levels. And it's not bad to question and ask these things so that you know that the content that's been delivered to you is authentic. So that's number three. Number four, do they have a huge following? Because if they have a huge following, they're being supported by the internet. Now, who owns the internet? The same people that own the big pharma and the banks and the governments and everything like that. That's the guys at the top. If the information that they're saying is meant to get out, it will be on the internet. If it's not, the person will either be knocked off, guys, and it's happened a lot. You see all these whistleblowers, they used to work for the such and such a company, they're still working for the such and such a company. They're just coming out and they're playing good cop this time. Good cop, bad cop, black, white, gay, straight, transgender, whatever. It's all vaxxed, unvaxxed. It's all to divide us. And these people play roles. I'm going to give you another example. Somebody put a post up the other day on YouTube and said, what's happened to Doreen Virtue? Well, that's an example of someone playing two roles for the same boss. Okay, she switched from being and I met her too, my goodness. She switched from being the new age, blonde-haired, off with the fairies, to the dark-haired Christian, bash you over the head with the whole thing. Same boss, she's just switched roles. There is no Doreen Virtue. There is an actor that plays Doreen Virtue. It's the same with all of them. There is no Tom Hanks. There's an actor that plays Tom Hanks. I've said before, they're all actors. So, if they've got a huge following, they've got support. That's a big alarm bell for me. Now, have I said all of them? Let me see what else. Channeling. Who are they channeling? A lot of the time, it sounds and feels like to me, because this is how I try and tune into people, feels in my gut, they're channeling AI. it really feels like they're listening to AI. Every man and their dog is channeling now. You just switch on TikTok and somebody that looks like they've just come out of Woolies is channeling. Not that there's a problem working in that environment, but it looks like all of a sudden they've just got these amazing insights. And it, honestly, if you listen to it, it just sounds like Alexa. The other thing is so many people are getting used to asking Alexa, Alexa, what about this? Alexa, what about that? Alexa, what should I eat? What should I have for breakfast? Alexa! Everything is designed to keep us away from ourself. That's where the truth is. And maybe on a divine plan, all these people are playing a role to help us have some faith in our own self and our own ability and our own intuition. Now, if I said 1, 2, 3, 4, what else? I don't want to miss anything because this is... so these are all the things that I use when I'm trying to discern. Okay, now the other thing I do is I'll go and follow someone for a while and I'll think, oh my God, they're great, they're saying such truth, and all of a sudden, boom, I'll go, alarm bell. Here's another one. Do they have a father, mother, relative that worked in the military? Because a lot of this is military stuff. These people have been mind controlled. It's not necessarily that they're bad people. It's that they've been controlled and they're told what to say. There's someone that I do listen to. He's actually just coming back on the scene. He actually did get killed. Is Max Spears. Now he said a lot of stuff that I think is truthful, but at the same time, I always say to yourself, Norma, remember he was mind controlled as well. He had alters. George Kavasilis is another one who puts out amazing work. His book is phenomenal. Universal Journey, I think it is. But he also says in there that he was a subject of mind control. And I don't know if he says it in so many words, but everything makes me question. So what I've learned to do is take the information as much as it's there. And then I ask myself all of these questions. Now, if somebody ticks all of these boxes, bullshit. I'm not listening to you. If somebody, ticks one of them, I'll listen to them, but I'll sit back and I'll be wary, And I think we all need to be wary because everything is designed to trap us, I think, when it comes to all this information. And the other thing, the last thing, guys, is to look at what did they do before? What did they do before they became the psychic or the channel or whatever? Because a lot of the time, it's film, acting, and TV. Have a look at Bashar, for example, the guy that plays him. He plays a role. What did he do before that? It was something to do with film production. So these are the things to go and look for. Anytime you have faith in someone, go and look for all of these things. And at the end of the day, guys, it just brings us back to self. That's where the real truth lies. And everything's designed to keep us away from that. And one last thing before I switch off is look at the language. There's a lot of language being programmed, and I don't think people even know they're saying it. And these are some of the things people are saying. We're all in this together. Alarm. No one gets left behind. Eek. We've already won. Oh my God. All of this stuff, to me, is a program. I don't think we've already won anything. I think the battle is within ourselves and listening to ourselves, because that's where the truth is. That's where you'll get the best guidance, and everything is designed to keep us away from that. So I hope that gives you some tips, guys, and please, use them. I'm not putting comments on here because I don't really, it's not about getting a following or anything. I just want to put something out there so that you guys have got something to listen to if you believe in someone, try these things, just test it out and just go back to yourself. At the end of the day, that's where the best truth lies.